the fall of 1987, a young couple, Sarah and Daniel Whitmore, bought their dream home in the woods outside Northampton, Massachusetts. It was an old colonial estate built in 19022 stories tall, overgrown with ivy, and isolated at the end of a gravel road that had long since disappeared from most maps. The house had stood empty for nearly 12 years, but the price was right. Too right. They saw it as a blank slate, a fresh start after a long string of city life disappointments. What they didn't know was that they weren't alone. It started small, barely noticeable. Sarah would set down her coffee cup on the kitchen counter and come back to find it gone, only to discover it later sitting in the sink. Lights flickered without explanation. Doors creaked open even when latched. Their dog, Milo, refused to go upstairs at night, standing frozen at the foot of the steps, growling into the darkness. Still, they chalked it up to old house quirks, until the whispering began. It always happened between 2 and 4 a.m. Low, almost melodic voices, like someone murmuring just behind the bedroom wall. Not words, more like broken fragments of a conversation. Daniel said it was probably the pipes, but Sarah knew better. There were no pipes in the wall behind the bed. One night, when Daniel was away on business, she recorded the sounds. When she played them back the next morning, her blood went cold. Among the static, a voice could be heard clearly whispering her name. Sarah, I see you. The next day, she found muddy footprints in the upstairs hallway. Bare footprints, small, childlike, but the doors had been locked and every window was sealed shut. That same night, Sarah saw movement in the antique hallway mirror. A shadow, small and fast, darting behind her. She turned, but no one was there. They called in a local historian to research the property. What he discovered was horrifying. In the late 1940s, a man named Elias Warren lived in the house with his wife and daughter. The daughter, Lillian, vanished one winter night and was never found. Her mother claimed Elias was not himself in the months leading up to the disappearance. He spent days at a time in the basement, carving strange symbols into the beams, speaking to people who weren't there. Police found nothing at the time, but rumors persisted that Elias had built secret passageways throughout the home between the walls, beneath the floorboards, hidden spaces only he knew about. It was said he used them to spy on his family. Then one day he disappeared too, left his coat, wallet, and car keys behind. The town soon forgot about the Warrens, but the house didn't. The Whitmores hired a contractor to investigate. While inspecting the upper crawl space, he made a shocking discovery: a narrow tunnel that ran through the walls of the second floor. Inside it, they found a mattress, old food wrappers, children's toys, and a journal. The entries were fresh, written in shaky handwriting. She watches TV every night at 9. He locks the bathroom door, but not the closet. They don't hear me, but I hear everything. Panicked, Sarah and Daniel left the house and called the police. But by the time officers arrived, the crawl space was empty. The mattress, the journal, gone. All that remained was a broken mirror with one word scratched into the glass: stay. It only got worse. Sarah began seeing glimpses of a small girl in a tattered dress standing at the edge of the woods. Milo disappeared one morning. His collar was found nailed to the basement door. And then one night, Daniel woke up to find Sarah missing from bed. He found her in the hallway staring into the mirror, whispering back to it. A week later, they moved out. They didn't sell the house, they abandoned it, left their belongings behind. They never spoke about what really happened. The house remains empty to this day. Locals call it the house that listens. Some say it's cursed, others believe it's alive, and sometimes hikers report hearing whispers in the trees when they pass by late at night. But the truth is worse than any rumor, because somewhere buried behind those rotting walls, something still waits, watching, listening, and writing in that journal, waiting for the next family to move in.